I need to log into WhatsApp.
Yeah, don't worry.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandot Pranam. All Lord Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah, Prabhuji, just sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Haribo.
WhatsApp, WhatsApp, give me a minute, Prabhuji.
You don't need WhatsApp, Prabhuji.
In the Zoom, I won't have the link, right, Prabhuji?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I never log in from my laptop. I always join from my phone. So.
Oh, okay. No problem. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, if you want me to share, I can share.
If you have it ready, please share, Prabhuji. We can discuss.
Yeah, no problem. Okay. Hare Krishna devotees, anybody would like to
Yeah, I can do the Mangalacharan, Prabhuji. Is that okay?
Yes, yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yeah. I have the Mangalacharan, so I can start. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, please.
Yeah. Om Adnanatimirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitayena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishta Stapita Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahya Tadati Swapadantikamaha Vande Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamala Sri Guruna Vaishnavasya Sri Rupa Sagrajata Sahagana Raghunaditva Sanjivama साद्वैत सावधूत परिजन सहित श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य देव श्री राधा कृष्ण प्रादान सहगन ललिता श्री विशाखांत भाष्य हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीन बंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण प्रभु जी दंडवत प्रणाम कॉल करो शिव श्री प्रभात जी
Thank you, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, shall I go keep sharing then?
Prabhuji, I just.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Okay, we can read the shloka until Prabhuji comes. Okay. Any devotees would like to read the shloka?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yeah. You will share,
Sorry.
Prabhuji, or you want
Yes,
to?
Prabhuji, I'll share, Prabhuji. I'll share.
Yeah,
it.
please, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Sorry for the delay, Prabhuji.
No problem.
You are able to see my screen, Prabhuji? You are able to see my screen, Prabhuji?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji.
Haribol, Prabhuji. Yeah. So it's 8.7, right, Prabhuji?
No, 18.7.
Sorry, Miss Prabhuji.
Yeah, Bhagavad Gita as it is. No, that's correct, Prabhuji. Just go there, click on the Bhagavad Gita as it is. Yeah, go to 18.
Okay,
Yeah, 7.
7. Okay, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji.
Sorry.
Haribol. Yeah. Anyone want to read Prabhuji's Mataji's? I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you can.
Niyatasya tu sannyasa karmano nopapadhyayate mohattasya parityagas tamasa parikirtita.
Okay, I'll also try, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, Nam or Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. नियतस्य तु संन्यासा कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागास् तामसा परिकीर्तया.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Haribol.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
Hare Krishna Mataji.
नियतस्य तु संन्यास कर्मणो नोपपद्यते मोहात् तस्य परित्यागस्तामस तामस परिकीर्तितः. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी.
Hare Krishna. Anyone can read synonym and translation Prabhuji's Mataji's?
Yeah. Can I try, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Synonyms and translation. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Synonyms. Niyat. Renunciation. Karmana of activities. Never. Upapadyate is desert. Moha by illusion. Tasya of them. Parityagaha renunciation. Tamasaha in the mode of ignorance. Parikirtitaha is declared. Translation. Prescribed duties should never be renounced. If one gives up his prescribed duties because of illusion, such renunciation is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Anyone wants to read the purport? Prabhuji's Mataji's?
Sunita Mataji, would like to read? Or Nick Prabhuji, you would like to read? Whoever is available.
Yes, I could read that.
Okay,
Okay.
Prabhuji. Haribol.
Okay. Work for material satisfaction must be given up, but activities which promote one to spiritual activity, like cooking for the Supreme Lord and offering the food to Lord and then accepting the food, are recommended. It is said that a person in the renounced order of life should not cook for himself. Cooking for oneself is prohibited, but cooking for Supreme Lord is not prohibited. Simply, a sannyasi may perform a marriage ceremony to help his disciple in the advancement of Krishna consciousness. If one renounces such activities, it is to be understood that he is acting in mode of darkness. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Any explanation, Prabhuji, you can give from this purport, your understanding?
For me, this is actually really hits
Okay.
home
Okay, Prabhuji.
because I always kind of felt weird about like eating and like vegetarian and stuff like that. But when I started doing it for Krishna, it made it a lot easier because it was like it turned into, oh, I didn't like this food, but it's it's not for me, it's for Krishna.
Yes,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you. Sorry.
Yes, Prabhuji. So, with my bare minimal knowledge, what I understood from this purport is, uh, so it again explains about the gunas, tamasic gunas and the sattvic guna and all. So, for example, if we feel, if you see that, right, the activities, if you see, prescribed duty should not be renounced. Okay, if one gives up the prescribed duties because of illusion, anything like for example, doing some job or a daily responsibility, maybe they are hard, or they're boring, or they're not, they're stressful maybe. Okay, and we should not, we should keep showing that reason, and we detach from it, right? In the same way, so I mean, what we should do is like, we should, our best of ability, we have to do our job, and letting, but just for the sake of whether if you are feeling it stressful or hard, letting it go, that's not good actually. Okay, that's what I am understanding, okay, with this shloka. Prabhuji, if you want to give some explanation, Prabhuji.
Yeah, wonderfully explained, Prabhuji. Thank you. You have the full gist. Devotees, please feel free to add. Mahesh Prabhu, you want to add anything?
Prabhuji, yeah, this is a very beautiful verse. The entire chapter 18 is one of the favorite, which is basically the essence of the entire 18 chapters. So, and this verse is means every verse in the chapter 18 is I can say the essence of so many things. Yeah, and as Prabhuji has mentioned here, yeah, prescribed duties is basically swadharma, which is like it is your duty and you have to do those duties, and no matter what happens you can't renounce those one. Yeah, because finding those swadharma or prescribed duties from the material satisfaction and other activities, which knowingly or unknowingly people do it, maybe because of the mode of passion. Like some people have a passion for say sports or some other activities, yeah, or like building the big buildings and all that, yeah. But if you are just building something for yourself, that is not good, yeah. But if you are building a temple for say like how we are building our temple, which is good activity or a prescribed duty, because we are doing it for the Supreme Lord, because we are building a temple, nice temple for the Lord and for the devotees of the Lord Sri Krishna. Yeah. So doing that is definitely our prescribed duty. But say building for yourself a big mansion or big house is no, it's not. Yeah. The same way, some people might have a passion for like cooking nice food. They may be cooking a very nice vegetarian prasadam. Mm, but if they are doing it only for themselves, probably not. That's not a good idea. Yeah, you have to offer that food to the Lord, and that is what is mentioned here. Yeah, which is basically your prescribed duty, and we should do that one. Yeah. So the passion, the mode of passion, mode of ignorance, or maybe sometime like the mode we where like we want to do say like the fundraising for say maybe the poor people in this world, which is good divine activity. But if we can do that fundraising for such a way that it can help with the name of Supreme Lord and offering it to the Lord, and whatever comes, if we can distribute that for the, say, like building a big hospital which is attached to our temple, that is definitely is a good thing, which is a prescribed duty. Yeah. So there is a definitely a very like a very delicate balance between the duties which are prescribed, non-prescribed, and how we are doing those activities, or how we are performing these activities. Like in last class, which I learned about, like Om Tat Sat, which is means mm, the Supreme Lord, or the thing is the everything. Yeah. And if we do any activity with that mantra Om Tat Sat, it becomes like a prescribed duty. Yeah. So I see the correlation between that chapter and this one here. Yeah. And Prabhupada ji very explain it in very detail. Yeah. And with to the point, and how we can use this one, and how we can be like a sannyasi. Sannyasi in the sense of not like just wearing like a orange dress or something. No, it's not. Sannyasi is like who is detached from their activities, or the karmic things, or the material activities. Yeah. So sannyasi is the one who is detached from all those activities, or the fruits of the actions, or the karma. Yeah. So I think we should be like a sannyasi, and I think that is what Prabhupada ji mentioned it here. Yeah. So and we should never give up those duties, yeah, prescribed duties, yeah, because then it will become like a mode of ignorance, yeah, or the tamasic krutya, I will say. Yeah. That is my 2 cents here, Prabhuji. That is
Yes,
why
Prabhuji,
I,
very
yeah, yeah,
nicely explained,
yeah,
Mahesh Prabhu. And Prabhuji, I need to add one small thing which I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
in this shloka. I remember this entire shloka is centered with this line. If
yeah,
one gives up the prescribed duties because of illusion, okay, means, for example, I am an employee, I am working, see, I have my prescribed duties. Okay, in Telugu, they say Vidyut Dharma. Okay, I
yeah,
have to, my responsibility is to feed my children, feed my spouse, and make sure they are having shelter, food, and clothes. That's my basic responsibility. And if I feel stressful, if I think working is due to my laziness or due to my feeling lazy and all, if I stop working the duty and I say I am a soul, I want to do duty, I want to do devotion and leave the duties and do devotion, that is not good, Prabhuji. We should not give up our prescribed duties. That's what the centric point of this shloka. And I also remember Prabhuji told one more example. A student is there, for example. Okay, a student responsibility is to study, write his exams, and make sure he is securing good marks and passing. Okay, that is his responsibility. He cannot throw the books and say, I am practicing detachment from this education, and I am a spiritual soul and all. Krishna won't accept that. Okay. Similarly, in the same way, we can say, for example, when Arjuna put his all his bow down and say, these are all my relatives. I want to live a peaceful life. I don't want to, I don't want to fight with my own relatives, um, and leave the battlefield from the Kurukshetra. And he cannot say that immediately. Krishna also mentions that you have to do your prescribed duty. You are a Kshatriya. That example also come into the picture in this shloka, Prabhuji. This is what I remember in last when Prabhuji explained the shloka, especially Prabhuji. Yeah. Anyone else, Prabhuji, please explain your understanding.
yeah. Subal Prabhuji, we just need your
Need your
guidance. Yeah, yeah,
Prabhuji.
guidance and more.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Oh, no, Prabhuji, our Ananta
Okay.
Prabhu, you explained wonderfully. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nice. Thank you. And
please explain, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji.
yeah, Prabhuji wonderfully explained. So here we can see that in the previous, Krishna's opinion about Tyaga, was described. Now, the topic is changing. And now, Krishna is telling the renunciation, tyaga, in three modes. So how the tyaga in ignorance, tyaga in passion, tyaga in goodness, and how the Vaishnavas, the devotees, do the renunciation. So in this specific shloka, the tyaga in the ignorance is being described. The prescribed duties should never be renounced. Even when Krishna came, he did not renounce the prescribed duties. Of course, he is the he is the doer, right? Karya, karta, everything. He is the cause of all causes. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Sachidananda Vigraha, Anadiradir Govinda, Sarva Karana Karanam. He doesn't need to do it. In fact, Krishna says that, but he wants to show as an example how we have to do our prescribed duties. So just because false renounces, as you all Prabhuji mentioned, is doesn't work. Even if you go renounce everything and go to Himalayas and try to meditate and chant, but your mind is, oh, what are my sons doing? Oh, how is my business doing and all, right? So it doesn't make any sense. So giving up prescribed obligatory, duties or nitya karma, say due to illusion, moha, or lack of spiritual knowledge. So that's why a sannyasi may give up karma, kamya karma, since they are not obligated. The sannyasi can do it, but not nitya karmas, like the household, they have to follow the rules and regulations because they give liberation through the knowledge inherent to them. So that's what probably, and Prabhupada gives wonderful examples how with cooking and marriage ceremony. So activities which promotes one to the spiritual activity are recommended.
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
sometimes even on Ekadashis, I mean, for bhoga, you can cook bhoga for Krishna. It doesn't, Krishna doesn't need to have Ekadashi prasadam, right? But of course, we can offer anything. Sri Krishna says, give me patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam, anything. But as sannyasi, he may be cooking. Like Prabhupada, when he came, he was doing everything in this country. When he came, when he landed, there was no one. He just started chanting, and few hippies started joining them. So Prabhupada used to cook them, serve them, wash, everything he used to do, even though he's a sannyasi. But he used to offer to the Lord and then offer to them and then clean them, everything. And also sannyasis, they perform marriage ceremony. They don't marry themselves, but they do it for their disciples so that they can have a Krishna conscious life. And so that way, we have to make sure that we should, of course, we have to give up, but we have to give up in certain conditions. Like, you have to make sure that you are at that level before falsely, giving up the, just to falsely, giving up your, wife, children, and going to Himalayas, but still thinking, about what is happening here is not a wise thing. So that I remember one small story, Prabhuji. There were two sannyasis. They were going, for pilgrimage, and there was, they had to cross a river. But at that place, there was one, a female, Mataji. She was young. So, but she was not able to cross the river. So, she was little, but generally sannyasis don't, carry them, right? But, she requested. So one sannyasi lifted her, crossed the river and left her, and they started their pilgrimage. After one day, this another sannyasi, he had this in his thought. Then he was not able to control any longer, and he said, "How did you do this? You are being a sannyasi, and how did you touch that girl? That young lady." Then he said that I just lifted her and crossed the river and left her there. And I started my pilgrimage. But it had been one full day. You did not leave her. You still have her in your,
Hmm.
mind.
You are still
So
carrying. Yeah.
yeah, you're still carrying her in your thoughts. So, we see that, right? How, that, and also we have to be very careful what thoughts, we are getting into. Like, Ajamil, right? He just saw, he went to the forest to collect some wood for the yagna, for the, but he saw a couple, in a compromising position, and then he kept it in his mind. He never, so that, he left his wife, his children, and, went after her, and almost like decades he spent, and then, he got a second chance. So in that way, we should be very careful when we should give up. We need to, have. That's why it is Guru Sadhu Shastra. We need to all have a Siksha Guru or a Diksha Guru, and, follow their guidelines. That's why it is very important, at least for me. I cannot do bhakti all by myself all the time. We need the association of devotees. So this Sangha, we come together, we read, our Shubhlas Prabhu says A, B, C, D. A simple thing, like a association of devotees. B for books and Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, we read like what we are doing. And C for chanting, everyday chant, together with family, or, after the chanting, sit together, do some kirtans, read few shlokas together, and, ask them to explain. So that way, it will improve our bonding also. And D for devotional service, the diet prasadam we take, and entering the Vrindavan evening. So like that. So that's my understanding, Prabhu's Mataji. Please add.
Very well, Prabhuji. Very well explained, Prabhuji.
Mm.
Yeah. Prabhuji, I have one question here, not the question, but I will say just a lack of knowledge, I will say here. So we when we are doing these prescribed duties, which are like we can't renounce, right? Yeah. But and while doing those prescribed duties, say like we are now building a temple, right? And say you have unused funds, and now what should we do that in that case? Means like we can't utilize that for funds, or maybe we have excess funds, and so what kind of things we can do that because of this because we are doing those prescribed duties, right? Yeah. So, what are your thoughts, Prabhuji? Yeah, I think I will be very eager to listen to that. Yeah, Anand Prabhuji or Subal Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah, Anand Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Shall I go to the next shloka, Prabhuji?
No, Prabhuji asked a question. So, what I think is
Mhm,
the best thing is to spread this Krishna consciousness.
mm.
So, we have to use whatever we have,
Yeah,
in spreading Krishna consciousness. We can serve, the best thing is serve Krishna Prasadam,
yeah,
right? First offer to the Lord sattvic food and offer it, and print, books. We have so many books, Prabhupada books.
mm.
Distribute the books, this knowledge. Because in this day and age, Prabhuji, as you know, the depression is the most, it is bigger than cancer, or any other, even COVID or whatever, right?
Yep,
So
yep.
many young, people are, depressed. And with this, fast-paced life, even like, my son is still in middle school,
Mm.
and he sleeps at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I'm asking why. He says, I have so much homework. I mean, when we were small, we used to come back from school, we used to play until it gets dark. And then, of course, we read, something. In the morning, we used to, wake up, read a little, and go to school. But now, so I'm thinking, where are we? So of course, with these gadgets and all, right? It is very difficult for us. Even I get distracted. Open YouTube, I want to open YouTube and listen to a lecture, but suddenly something else pops up, right? So that way we should try to, spread this Krishna consciousness as much as possible. Prabhuji, that's my understanding. Any other devotees would like to add anything?
Prasadam only, Prabhuji. Whenever possible, however possible, try to offer prasadam and offer it, Prabhuji. Unknowingly, it will make lot of changes, Prabhuji. So powerful.
Agreed, Prabhuji. Sairam Prabhu, Sunita Mataji would like to add anything? Prabhuji asked a very practical question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Sujir Prabhuji. Prabhuji, what you said is 100% right, Prabhuji. You have one cell phone device which is not making you focus. You compare on one hand cell phone and another hand is Bhagavad Gita. Right, Prabhuji? The cell phone is giving you an opportunity to see through the world, everything good and bad. Whereas Bhagavad Gita is offering you to see the world of life, how to how to weather the negative situations in your life and then leading to the positive. Whereas cell phone doesn't do that, Prabhuji. Right? So, comparing cell phone with Bhagavad Gita on both hands, both are doing, giving you the knowledge, right? But cell phone will take you to only to a certain level of distance, and then it leave you there, like it is leaving you in the middle of ocean, where you become like you can't live without a cell phone, right? You feel like, hey, something I'm missing. Even you go for a walk, or even you take your lunch or dinner, even at your work and everything. Whereas Bhagavad Gita, it will take you, make sure that you reach the shore, that is the shore where the divine is. That's the difference, Prabhuji, I want to say between this. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Anyone else have any questions?
Otherwise, we can go for one more shloka. If
Arjuna
any.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Arjuna Prabhuji, please.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Dandavats Pranam, glory to Srila Prabhupada. So basically, like on the tip of of the cell phone, the cell phone is a very distracting device. But at the same time, if we utilize it for Krishna, we can also make advancements. Because the thing is, like, it's a tool. So you use it how you want to use it. Right now, we're not in Maya because we're listening to the class. We're talking about Krishna topics. So yeah, if you use it for Maya, it will definitely lead you to dark places. But if you use it for Krishna, then definitely it can take you to a different path. And also, you can, if you go to betabase.com, you can also open the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and even better, you can also like get to the Bhagavatam, like, because the Bhagavad Gita explains to you what to do in this life, how to act, because it's not just for Arjuna, it's also for us. But the Srimad Bhagavatam is basically telling you the stories of how these kings or these slaves or the different devotees had any kind of situation and how they came out of it. So we can see their examples and we can learn from them. Because the thing is, like, we're not like Arjuna, we're not in a battlefield, but we are in a different kind of battlefield because we had to fight our mind. This is the most problematic thing, our mind. So at the same time, we had to fight the battlefield of the traffic of our family, the kids. Subala Prabhu was saying, oh, like my kid, he wakes up kind of late. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, I used to walk a lot. Like we used to walk like over 30 minutes sometimes, and we didn't have no AC. So now it's like, because the influence of Kali Yuga, everybody's becoming more lazy, more ignorant. So this ignorance is spreading everywhere. Everywhere, everybody's just like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I'd rather be on my phone watching some YouTube, like nonsense YouTube, because also you can use YouTube to listen classes or or even like go to like different, like Prabhupada is on YouTube. If you look for Prabhupada, he will be there. So these things are there. It's a battlefield with your mind, the senses, people, traffic, you name it. It's so the senses. So if we learn how to control the mind, Krishna says, for he who doesn't control the mind can become the worst enemy. But for he who controls the mind can become the best friend. So we have to try to not only do our duty, but always be thinking of Krishna. So if we think of Krishna, Srila Prabhupada, all the devotees who can inspire us, then we can make advancement. Hare Krishna.
Riba. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Haribol, thank you, Prabhuji. Very well said, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, will go to the next sloka, Prabhuji.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, anyone wants to read? Mataji's.
I can try. Hare Krishna devotees, Tanatpranam, Shri Dukkhamiteva yat karma kaya klesha bhaya tyaje sakratva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam labhet. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Anyone wants to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Dukkam iti eva yat karma kaya klesha bhayatyajet sakrutva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam labhet. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I will read it. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandava Pranam. Dukkam iti eva yat karma kyaya klesha bhayatyajet sakrutva rajasam tyagam naiva tyaga phalam labhet. Anyone wants to read synonyms and translation, Prabhuji?
I can read. Oh, go ahead, Prabhu.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no, I did last time. Yeah, Prabhuji, please go ahead. Yeah.
No, it's okay. You can go. Go ahead, Prabhu.
No, Arjun Prabhu, yeah, please.
Okay, Dukam, unhappy. Et, thus. Eva, certainly. Yet, which. Karma, work. Kaya, for the body. Klesha, trouble. Bajat, out of fear. Tiajet, gives up. Sa, he. Kritva, after doing. Rajasam, in the mode of passion. Tiagam, pronunciation. Na, not. Eva, certainly. Tiaga, of pronunciation. Palam, the results. Labet, gains. Translation by His Divine Grace Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Anyone who gives up prescribed duties as troublesome out of fear of the body discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Such action never leads to the elevation of renunciation. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anyone, can you read purport?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
One who is in Krishna consciousness should not give up earning money out of fear that he is performing fruitive activities. If by working one can engage his money in Krishna consciousness, or if by rising early in the morning one can advance his transcendental Krishna consciousness, one should not desist out of fear or because such activities are considered troublesome. Such renunciation is in the mode of passion. The result of the result of passionate work is always miserable. If a person renounces work in that spirit, he never gets the result of renunciation.
Hare Bol, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can you give some insights, Prabhuji, your understanding?
My understanding, Prabhuji, whatever you give it to Krishna or whatever you give it out from yourself, it should be done with very positive consciousness without any expectation or without any fear. Oh, hey, if I give $10,000 donation, I'm missing my bank balance. That kind of anything. You should be doing with a pure-hearted, with no expectation, and with full-hearted. Then only you see the benefit of doing the karma. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So it's similar to the previous shloka. It is a continuation of that shloka. The same giving up your prescribed duties. So with my minimal knowledge, I can give to my 2 cents, Prabhuji, my understanding. Similar to the previous shloka, if you see, anyone who gives up the prescribed duties as a troublesome or out of fear of bodily discomfort is said to have renounced in the mode of passion. Similarly, you have to do your prescribed duties. You cannot just skip away or hide away from your Vidyut Dharma and say, I am doing the devotion, I am doing chanting, and I'm doing I'm not a body, I'm a soul. So that kind of escapism we should not do. That's not renunciation. Okay. So that's what in this shloka, we should not give up the earning of money out of fear that he's performing a fruitive activities. That's what my minimal understanding, Prabhuji, here. Shubham,
Yeah,
Prabhuji.
thanks, Prabhuji. So one small difference between the previous one and this one, Prabhuji, is previous one was renunciation in the mode of ignorance. And here it is the renunciation in the mode of passion. Of course, in the previous one, prescribed duties were, they were telling never to be renounced. At that, and maybe they're completely giving up. Here also they are trying to give up, but why they are giving up is because of the troublesome or out of fear. Sometimes people think that, oh, what will happen if I don't donate? Maybe the God will, punish me. Or sometimes what we have seen, like, people try to do business. Okay, God, I'm giving you this donation, but I had to get 10 times more profit from my business. So that should not be the case. So that's why in Krishna consciousness, giving up earning money out of fear that is, it is fruitive activity is not recommended. One should engage that money as, our Mahesh Prabhu, wonderfully was asking this wonderful question. We have to engage that money in Krishna consciousness. So even if we engage some part of the money in Krishna consciousness, our entire money will become spiritual, right? So,
Yeah.
like, if we have to taste, a drop of sea water, we will know that, it is salty. We don't need to drink the whole sea water to find that. So that, like that, of course, it might not be a good example, but that's what I'm feeling. And also, like rising up early in the morning may be troublesome, but we have to do it so that we can elevate ourselves in Krishna consciousness. So that is the reason here it says that, prescribed duties should never be renounced. One should give up his prescribed duties in the previous one, and now it's saying that anyone who gives up the prescribed duties as troublesome out of the fear of bodily discomfort should, said, have renounced in the mode of passion. That is passion. Such should not be. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderfully explained.
Haribol, Prabhuji. Very well explained, Prabhuji. The difference between last shloka and this shloka.
Yeah. So, Prabhuji, mode of passion versus mode of ignorance. Yeah, I think those are the keywords in these two verses. Yeah, and the difference is basically what Prabhuji is saying is like never, or Lord Krishna is saying is that never renounce your prescribed duties either because of ignorance, means you don't want to do it, or you think that there might be a trouble or a fear that, okay, if I do that, then people will criticize me, or they will say that, oh man, this guy is crazy. So that kind of criticism, if we have a fear of that criticism, then we should not still pursue our prescribed duties and never renounce those. Yeah, because renouncing the prescribed duties because of any reason, either of ignorance or because of passion or whatever, yeah, it is going, I mean, that action is never going to lead us to the elevation of renunciation. I mean, that is not the true renunciation, or it is not as per the sannyasa, like how the sannyasis live their life. Yeah, so I think that is my understanding here, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Haribol Prabhuji. Very well explained.
Anyone else wanted to add anything?
I was not.
Mataji, please. Yeah,
Oh,
Mataji, please.
Mataji?
Yeah. I think I would like to hear their perspective. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Hare
I'll
Krishna
oh,
Prabhuji.
go ahead, Mati, go ahead.
So everyone are very much explained, Prabhuji. So my understanding, or I could say that my takeaway is from this is, so whatever duties you perform, but if you spend those fruitive results to in Krishna consciousness, then uh, that should be uh, called as a renouncing. But if you perform whatever the prescribed duties are your swadharmas, and you never spend those fruitive results to Krishna conscious, then it is going take away from Krishna. That's what my understanding, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Arjun Prabhu, please. Yeah.
So basically, I was just like listening to like a Prabhupada disciple. He was talking about Jayananda. I don't know if you guys ever heard of him. So he was a very, very like great devotee. He wasn't like a hippie or anything. He was a teacher. So when he met Prabhupada, he surrendered, and Prabhupada gave him the name Jayananda. So he helped build the cart of Lord Jagannath, and he will put like the homeless to help build. And to get the permits, he also got the permits. And they said, and they were everybody loved him. He was so pure. When he knew he had a disease. I don't know if he had leukemia. That's what it was. So he was saving like $5,000, and he said, "I don't want to take this money. I'd rather donate it." So he gave it to Srila Prabhupada, and he left. And Prabhupada said, "Every time we have Lord Jagannath's cart, it has to have a picture of Jayananda. Every time, because he was so pure. He gave his life savings for. He could have gotten cured, but he chose to give it to Krishna. And when the people who like got the permits for him, when they heard he passed away, they were crying, and they were not even devotees. I mean, like they're devotees, but they're not like initiate or anything. They were so sad. They were like, he was such a good personality. So we had to. I mean, we cannot imitate what these amazing devotees can do, but we can definitely get inspired for their service and their incredible devotion. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, wonderful explanation. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
So at a high level, Prabhuji, I just checked the difference between today, the main difference between Shloka 18.7 and 18.8. So basically, it explains that 18.7 explains about tamasic renunciation, and 18.8 explains about rajasic renunciation. In 18.7, giving up your prescribed obligatory duties out of delusion or laziness. But in Shloka 18.8, giving up your duties because they are physically difficult, stressful, or cause bodily discomfort. Kaya klesha. This is what, Prabhuji, the high level difference. I'm just seeing at Bhagavad Gita as it is in the online, Prabhuji. They're explaining that difference between these two.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Subal Prabhu explained just now the difference, right? Mode of passion.
Mode of passion. Yeah.
Very nice.
Rajasic and tamasic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tamasic. Yes, Prabhuji. Very nice,
Yeah.
Prabhuji. And if you all find time, Prabhuji, there is one story also, Prabhuji. The story of Mahadev and the mango orchard.
Yeah,
There
yeah,
is
you can tell Prabhuji.
yes, Prabhuji. That story also, that's a very long story, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji. But if you can read it, it's already there, Prabhuji, in Veda base only. Yeah.
Where in Veda based Prabhuji?
You can just the story of Mahadeva and mango orchard, Prabhuji.
Oh,
How
okay.
much time? If I can try to read it, it's very big actually. Yes,
You're
Prabhuji.
sharing, right? That one? You want to?
I can share it, Prabhuji. It's there in. If you can
Link.
go to Gemini and put it
Oh, okay.
here, it is there, Prabhuji.
You are sharing only one web page. 18.8 we're seeing.
So you're not able to see.
You're sharing only one screen, one
Oh, okay, how to
web
do
page.
it?
Maybe you should stop share and share again.
Share. Okay. And share. Yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, Prabhuji, for that.
No, no,
So if
that's
you see, so this one, Prabhuji, this is the
yeah.
story.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's there already.
Hmm. Yeah, it's only 3 paragraphs. Probably you can read.
Yes, Prabhuji. So I'll read it, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. So Mahadev was a kind and hardworking boy who lived in a small village surrounded by fields and trees. His family owned a beautiful mango orchard, and every summer the trees were filled with sweet golden fruit. Mahadev loved helping his father take care of the orchard, watering the trees, cleaning the weeds, and protecting the fruit from birds and monkeys. One year, the village faced a long, harsh drought. The river dried up, the wells sank low, and many farmers lost their crops. Mahadev's father worried that their mango trees should die without water. But Mahadev refused to give up. Every morning before sunrise, he walked miles to a distant well, filled two heavy pots with water, and carried them back to the orchard. He did this day after day, even after he was tired of sun and was burning hot. Slowly, the trees began to recover. When summer came, the orchard produced more mangoes than ever before. People from nearby villages came to buy the fruit, amazed that Madhava's orchard had survived the drought. Madhava's father proudly told everyone that it was his son's dedication that saved the trees. Instead of keeping all the profit, Mahadev suggested giving the free mangoes to the families who had lost their crops. His kindness inspired others, and soon the whole village came together to help one another. The orchard became the symbol of hope, and Madhav learned that hard work and compassion can turn even the toughest times to something good. Prabhuji. So, and I just gave shloka, Bhagavad Gita shloka.
Haribol. See, Prabhuji is using AI in the
Yeah.
service of spiritual. So that's what we
Spirituality.
have to
Yeah,
do.
exactly. Yeah. So,
They give
yeah.
Prabhuji this. If you see,
Hmm.
whatever I told you, that's not
Summarize.
ignorant.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the story is Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah. Prabhuji, just one little bit advice, and not advice, I will say, but just to be careful with ChatGPT and all. It means sometimes they are
Yeah, that's correct. That's what I was
yeah
talking.
yeah, so
As long
their
as they're
meaning can be based on some different kind of mechanism, because how they train their models, and if it is not properly trained on that particular information, then it
Learning
might give
Prabhuji.
you, that will give you different answer, which is not meant by Prabhupada ji.
Yes, Prabhuji. And they say it is Veda based, Prabhuji. That's why that what
Yeah.
Oh, very
took me
nice.
here.
So
Veda
did
base,
you
then
when you
Bhakti
asked, did you
Vedanta
tell
Veda base.
did you tell that it is you have to pick from Veda base, or it automatically picked from Veda base?
From my phone, I said it is Veda based, Prabhuji. Here, I
Oh,
did not
very
give
nice.
that prompt,
Yeah.
but in my
Prompt,
phone,
Okay.
I gave that prompt. Prabhuji, it also, this is what it opened, Prabhuji. If you go into
Very
this,
nice. Yeah,
it
yeah.
will give you that prescribed one, Prabhuji, like this.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
Let me share that one, Prabhuji.
Okay, we are almost at the top of the hour. Anybody would
Yeah,
like to add anything before we?
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Prabhuji,
We are on top of the hour. Once I
yeah.
calculate, please.
Patipannam Papanevyo Vaishnavevyo Namo Namaha.
Srila
Hare Krishna.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
His Grace Ananta Prabhu ki
Prabhu ki
jai.
jai.
Prabhuji, I am not at all
Subala Prabhu ki
qualified.
jai.
Subal Prabhu ki jai.
Subal Prabhu
All
ki
Guru
jai.
All
Shri.
devotees ki jai.
All
Jai.
Guru Shri. Prabhupada.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare
Arjuna Prabhu, Mahesh Prabhu, Sunita Mataji, Nick Prabhu ki
Yeah.
jai.
Jai.
Thank
Have a good night, devotees. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Subal
Thank you,
Prabhuji, do
Hare
we have a
Krishna.
class tomorrow, Prabhuji?
Tomorrow, I think yes, Mataji, our Sridham Prabhu will be there, right?
Okay,
So
well,
Prabhuji might take
but
care.
I thought everyone are going
Yeah, some
to.
of us are going, but yeah, I'll ask Sridham Prabhuji to post.
Sure, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank
Thank
you.
you.